What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Danny, and I got a special video today. I'm actually going to get into a couple of rack packs that I won from PickerJimS. Hopefully you had a chance to watch my previous video to see where I'm trying to build this set. But I've got this one, oopsie, and this one that we're going to get into. And so stay tuned. I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll talk about these for just a minute. Peace. Alright, so these rack packs come with these special insert all-star cards. They have the previous year on them. I got these from Jim. Look at that, it's got some print loss on it. Terry Kennedy, Craig Nettles, and then the team picture. But these were exclusive back in the day. Looks like a 22 card set, but they came in the rack packs. And I used to love these rack packs in particular because there was no gum in them, so the cards are in much better shape. You see in this one we got a guaranteed Cal Ripken and a guaranteed Eric Davis, which is pretty sweet. I've had some comments about Eric Davis in some of the previous videos. Actually, he showed up in the 2020 update with a card, I think. And I made a comment to one of the commenters that I was at a Reds or a Nashville Sounds. I was at Greer Stadium, which is where the Nashville Sounds play, and I believe the Reds were scrimmaging, I think the Indians, but it was either the Indians or the Padres because Sandy Alomar Jr. was catching, and I don't remember what team he played for at the time, but I just remember him being in the game. And there's nobody really on the back. Dave Kingman, and if you're a Kingman fan, Mr. Walk to the plate. He's coming back to the dugout. He's either going to hit a home run or he's going to strike out. But there aren't a bunch of running around the bases. But I saw Eric Davis go up in the crowd after someone who, I think we learned later, said a racial slur of some sort. This one we got an Eddie Murray All-Star. And look, we've got the same Eric Davis on this one as well. Along with a Ted Simmons, who had a long distinguished career. So having said that, we're going to finally get into these packs. Now our goal for this is to find some cards that we can add to our set. I am, again, a set builder, but this is one of those sets that I have not completed, and kind of ashamed of that. I think at this stage, after so many years, I would have finished this, but it's like everything else. You lose focus on what's going on, and so we'll take this pack and rip it just like we did that, and we'll just make a couple of piles. And forgive the noise there, guys. I know sometimes all you hear is crinkling of plastic when people do rip videos like this. We'll toss the garbage back here. Okay, so we'll go through each stack. I'm going to set this stack up top so that you know that I'm not trying to slide in some sweet cards. Now, the thing about 86 Topps, the way it was designed to run on the printing press, it was actually designed. We'll stick Eddie Murray up here, give him some respect if I can. This table's, my wife and I refinished this table a few years ago. We may not be able to stand them up very well. But on the sheet, they're like this, all right? And so that way the printer only had to run those rows of black like that. So every other card is going to be upside down until you get to the end of a row. And so this may be a little frustrating. Looks like we got some miscut ones. But we'll go through here, and we won't mention every name. But we started with a Mike Pagliarulo, Mickey Tettleton, good pitcher back in the days. Tony Perez, another guy had a long distinguished career. Jesse Barfield was a slugger back in the day. Let's see here. Frank Viola. He worked his World Series magic later in his career with the Twins. Dickie Thorne, Vance Law. There's a Johnny Ray. He was a slugger back in the day as well. We saw Kevin Bass earlier. All right, so there's one of the Pete Rose. It's not an insert card. You would think this is an insert card nowadays. But there was like a little mini like subset for Pete Rose there at the beginning. And I actually needed a few of these. I don't know if I needed that one. There's Jack Morris, another guy who shined later in his career. Braves leaders cards. Back in we were kids, everybody loved Dale Murphy. Everybody in the South loved Dale Murphy. That dude should be in the Hall of Fame. But kids used to love this card because it had Dale on it. Manager card, Sean Dunston, another good player back in the day. All right, Red Sox card. I don't think, sometimes if you look at that at a quick glance, you might think, well, that's Wade Boggs. I'm pretty sure that's Jim Evans on the front, or Dwight Evans, rather. I think they all had mustaches back in the day. Bobby Brown, Not the Singer, Don't Be Cruel. All right, so then there's another one of those Pete Roses, card number 5, so we're doing good on those. Padres leaders, I believe that's Terry Kennedy on that card. Ted Simmons. All right, so there's Eric Davis. Lots of young collectors loved Eric Davis back in the day. I think he won a World Series, 90, 91, something like that. Reds leaders, Jose Rijo, Dick Hauser, Nelson Simmons, Larry Sorensen. All right, so there's a Reggie. That's a nice card. Twins leaders, looks like maybe Kent Herbeck on the front of that one. Darnell Coles, Darryl Sconyers, Ron Washington. All right, and yet another Pete Rose. So I'm collecting the 71 set. I'd love to get all of the 70 sets, so I still need to get that particular Pete Rose right there. I don't have it yet. Ernie Camacho and Mike Davis. All right, so there was a decent pack of cards right there, but the cards you hoped to get back in the day, you hope to get Wade Boggs, you hope to get Don Mattingly, Roger Clemens, Cal Ripken, to name a few. So there is a Cal Ripken All-Star. We'll set him up there beside his buddy and see if we can't go through these cards. Ozzie Guillen later managed the White Sox. That's pretty sweet. Terry Harper. Dan Quisenberry was a submarine-style pitcher that led the league in saves back in like 83. Something like that, yeah. 80. Oh, yeah, he led the league 82, 83, 84, 85. He was a closer before closers became cool. Alan Ashby. There's a Rod Carew, Hall of Famer. We'll stand him up back here. That's sweet. I don't think we had him in the binder yet. Terry Kennedy. Ken Daly. Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson wound up being on those A's teams in the early 90s, late 80s that did so well. Lee Smith, Hall of Famer. Let's stick him up top. Bruce. Ron Say. At least we're getting commons. When you're set building, you keep things in perspective. Like, you'd love to pull some amazing stuff, but more times than not, you have to have commons to finish the set. All right, to my printing friends out there, that is what we'd call a major hickey. Print defect on there. We call them other things, but I don't use language like that on this channel. But if you're into printing, poor man stack, you know what I'm talking about. That's from paper dust or something getting on your blanket, maybe something on your plate. I'm betting blanket because it's got a halo around it. But anyhow, Tony Armaz. Well, maybe we won't hit some mega cards in this one, but that's okay because, again, we needed some of these cards for the set. So there's Eric Davis again. And Darrell Perry, Glenn Hoffman, Pascal Perez, Johnny LeMaster. Sorry, I'm off camera. Kind of get caught up in the sort here. Oh, dropped one. Stick him back here where he belongs. Last but not least, we got a Tim Burke, a Denny Gonzalez, Keith Atherton, and a Cliff Johnson. All right, so a few cards of note. We got a Reggie Jackson, got the Rod Carew. We got the Eric Davis. Of course, we have two. The All-Star cards we're going to set up here because we don't really add them to the set. Got Lee Smith, which I don't think I had. And we got 3 of these sweet Pete Rose cards. And I think I only had one in the binder right now. So What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take these cards, I'm going to sort them, and then I'm going to see, we'll count them, how many cards we have here, and then we'll see how many cards we get to add to the binder from this. So y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, just wanted to jump back on it for a second. I had the hardest time turning my camera on just now. I kept wanting to hit play or turn the power off instead of hit record. So what I do whenever I say that I'm sorting my card, you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 different stacks. When I take my big stack, I divide them up by cards 1 to 99, 100 to 199, 200 to 299, etc. And so you have like the less than 100 and then the first stack, the 100s, 200s, 300s, 400s, 500s, 600s, and the 700s. So you divide them by the hundreds first, and then you can go back and you can sort each stack. And then you can get them in numerical order based on the card number, and then it's a whole lot easier to go back through your binder to see that way you're in order and you're not turning pages excessively. So that's going to be the tip for today's video, and we'll get these cards sorted and see what we get. Alright guys, we're back. Went through my rack pack. There were 90, I think 8 cards. I think it was only supposed to have 96, but I think there was an extra card in both, and I'm not even talking about the All-Star card. Only doubles I had was Eric Davis, so I pulled an Eric Davis out that made 97, and I think all said and done I was able to add 19 cards from that rack pack to my set, which is actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. So 20% or a little less of the cards. So having said that, if you stuck with me this long, you watched the last video, I am going to do, in the spirit of what Jim did for me, I'm going to do for you. I am actually going to give away these 2 stacks of cards right here. Alright, so what I did is I took the stack that Jim had originally given me, and I went through the rack pack set that I had, and I added to this stack the cards that were missing in numerical value, right? And there was one of the Pete Rose cards that I got in here that I already had in my binder, so I added it to this stack. I don't know how big that's, I don't know how many that is. It looks like about 300 cards, somewhere around there. And then this stack right here is the doubles from this stack, so we got 42. And I'm going to give these 2 away. I know that's not much, but if you're interested in these 1986 Topps cards, all I'm going to have you do is go over to PickerJimS's channel and subscribe to his channel. Leave a comment on one of his videos, preferably his most recent one. Just let him know Danny sent me over, 12 again sent me over, something like that. Even if you're already subbed. If you're already subbed, that's fine. Just let me know in the comments below. But to be eligible for this giveaway, you have to live in the continental United States. One, I'm not shipping these internationally. And you have to be a subscriber to Jim. Hopefully we can send some new subs over his way. And I'm going to pick 2 winners, right? One winner is going to receive the big stack of cards. Now, most of these are commons. It's kind of a set builder starter pack, if you will. And then this is the leftover cards. It's an even smaller set of cards, but it's kind of like a consolation prize if you don't win this one. So we'll be able to draw for 2 winners. I'm going to leave this up for about a week, so I'll put the date in the description below because I don't know when this video will be released. But again, we'll have 2 winners. First place will receive this stack of cards. Second place will receive this stack of cards. Must live in the continental United States and be a subscriber to PickerJimS to be eligible. Again, go over and comment on a video of his if you're a new sub, especially. Just let him know Danny sent you. And then down below in the comment section of this video, put #SubbedJim. And even if you've already subbed, just put #SubbedJim. If you're interested in this, you may not have an interest in 86 Topps, mostly commons. But if you do, just leave those comments down below. Look in the description below, and I'll have this outlined a little bit better. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I'm going to get in here and try and put some of these together. Thank you, Jim. We're paying this one forward. Hopefully we can bless a couple of other channels out there. and maybe you can get this. Maybe you can start an 86 Topps collection of your own. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you hadn't already. Go subscribe to Jim's channel. Leave a comment below. Enter this contest, and we'll get these cards sent to some lucky winners. All right? That's going to do it. Thanks.